Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. The books arrived yesterday. So the book that I wrote and illustrated is called The Little Girl with Painted Hands. And I got 100 books yesterday. So I'm going to have a reading on Zoom Saturday, April 24th at 1 p.m. Vallejo, California time. And I will be reading the book to you, and then we will do some dedications. The book is available for sale on my website. $20 plus tax. That takes care of the shipping unless you're overseas, and then it's a little bit more. So dedication cards in each one of those books. I am so excited. I am over the moon. All right, back to this video. I started a board book oh my gosh, a year and a half ago, at least. And I've played with it, and I've covered it up with underpants, and I've played with it, and I've painted over it. And so now I'm cutting it up, and I'm making it houses, and I have the very first page done. So you and I are going to visit that together. Thank you so much for your purchases on Amazon, for your comments, for your purchases of art. Thank you, Dixie. Yours is on its way. And for those that have sent cup of coffees, it's been kind of slow, no warm, comforting beverages recently to say thank you about. But I'm always grateful for your time and attention on this channel with this village we have created, this amazing community. All right, enough from me. See you on the table. This is our project for today. I'm revisiting that board book. Yay! This page is street art. I love it. Texture paste for the bricks, tissue paper, focal point, paper doll, stencil, and gesso. Good morning, dark o'clock, coffee in hand, creative time, yoga done. This is a board book that I started a long time ago. It's got underpants on it, it's got images on it, it's got gesso on it, it's got paint on it, and I never really finished it. So I am going to finish it with you, and I am going to be making houses on each page, which I think will be fun. I already started this one, where I cut the buildings in the back. I'm going to go to this one. I drew houses here. I used an X-Acto to cut this page out, and that is possible to do it that way. It does take a minute. I'm going to take this to Handsome Hubby's studio and use his jigsaw. See, my first time with a jigsaw, and I'm going to see if I can cut these houses out, or these buildings out. So wish me luck, and I'll be back. Okay, well that was scary. I got some cuts done with the saw. I am going to go in here. I don't know how to get the saw in at this point along in here, so I'll bring my X-Acto in and cut this, and then also cut this. I don't know how to get that close with that saw. So I'll cut this and this. All right, I have these buildings cut. I'm going to bring my sandpaper in and smooth off these edges a little bit from the saw. They're a little raw. Not that I normally care about that. I am going to smooth those out though. This next page already has a window in it. I don't know if you can see the pencil marks or not. I'll make them a little bit darker. My intention, we shall see. This needs to have some room here. I am not that good with the saw, so we shall see. I'll take this to the studio and see what massacre I can make out of this. All right, that did not go as expected, and that's I'm okay with that. So I have 3 pages. This was X-Acto. This was saw. This was saw and X-Acto. And yeah, we're putting the saw aside, and we are just going to go forward with our X-Acto. I am too unpredictable with that saw. 1, 2, 3. I'll design the next page and cut that one out. Let's see. How should we do it? We need a high point here. We have a window here. We certainly don't want to lose that. Okay. That'll be fun. And I'm going to bring my X-Acto in and I'm going to cut that out. So I've tried the Jigsaw and I tried the X-Acto. The X-Acto works better, but it's just a lot of work. So I bought this from Fiskars and I'm going to try it and see what happens. It's kind of like a pull saw. So we're going to see. All right, I'm going to cut out a few things with my new saw. Good morning, good morning. Dark o'clock, coffee in hand, burnt sienna in hand. Credit card around here someplace. I'm going to put some drops of the burnt sienna on this page. I'm going to bring in my brick stencil and texture paste. Doesn't have to be perfect. Go wash my stencil and let this dry. I'm going to bring in some ochre and a very, very dry brush. And dry brush some ochre on those bricks. Might as well use that someplace else. Put it on that house over here. As to not waste the paint. And let those bricks dry. Bring in my sanding block. Knock those bricks down a little bit. This is a piece of tissue paper that someone sent me. And it looks like graffiti to me. Let me give it just a rough tear. And glue it onto the page with Mod Podge. So I'll put Mod Podge down first. lay the graffiti tissue paper down on there. And Mod Podge on top. And we'll let that dry. Remove the extra. I'm going to Mod Podge a focal point on the side for some street art. Let her dry. This is one of Tim Holtz's paper dolls. Bring that in and paint him with black gesso. Let him dry. Alright, since the paper doll is a little bit stiffer, I use tacky glue to glue him down. We'll let everything dry for a moment. Bring in my cutting board, my cutting mat, go in here and cut that focal point away where we don't need it. All right, I'm having fun with a stencil and black gesso and adding a little bit more street art to the piece. I'm going to go around the edges with my Stabilo. Spit and smudge. And since I don't want the wall art to look brand new, I'm going to bring in my sanding block and rough it up a little bit. And our first page is done in our board book. Ta-da! Your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun.